Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm taking a look at this right here, and this is the high-grade Black Rider from the PS4 and PS5 game, Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy. As you can tell, once again, monochromatic box, that means it was P Bandai exclusive. I got mine through BUYEE, you can too, link in the description. So anyway, jumping into the aesthetics, and that right there is what the high-grade Black Rider looks like, just snap-built with the included stickers. Now, before I talk about any more of the looks of this kit, I'm going to wind back ever so slightly for a bit of a breakdown of what the Black Rider is, just in case you're not up to speed. First off, all of these high-grade kits are based off of the high-grade Pale Rider, a kit that's been out since 2014. It's a decent kit, not perfect by any margin, but a fan favorite regardless. These are Universal Century mobile suits, so that does mean they're based around the actual Gundam's universe, and the lore kind of these are based on is the four horsemen of the apocalypse. So we've had a couple of versions of the Pale Rider. Recently enough, we got a release of the high-grade White Rider. That one also from Code Fairy. This one right here, which is the Black Rider, and just last month, the Red Rider released. I don't have that one just yet, but once I do, review coming. So winding back into that full 360 spin of what this kit looks like, just snap built. So once again, highly based on the high-grade Pale Rider. It's definitely not the most fancy kit around, but it's definitely a workhorse of a high grade and gets the job done. This now is in black plastic, so that means you're going to have to take a little bit of extra care while snipping this out because it does mark up a lot. And this is an interesting black plastic. It's almost got a little bit of a yellowy green hue to it in the right light. This is nice. Now, without a doubt, the biggest issue here is the fact that this is an absolute sticker hell of a kit. That does mean if you want this perfect out of box with no stickers, you're going to have to get yourself quite a bit of red paint. But we'll take a look at those stickers in a minute. Overall though, this turned out way better than I expected it to. For something predominantly in black, which sometimes can be hit or miss when a kit is finished, to the point that this actually has tons of stickers on it, it's not really all that bad. So yeah, once again, this is what you get out of box. 2 snips, simply done. And it works out well. Let's get in a little bit closer. So as for a bit of a size comparison, there it is side by side with an average size Gundam, the Beyond Global, a small one being the real grade Crossbone, a large one the high grade Moon Gundam, and some random choices from off the shelves, including the Build Burning Gundam, high grade Landman Rhodey, real grade Unicorn Gundam Unicorn Mode, and the Dummy Balloon. So getting in a little bit closer to the Black Rider, and there are some glaring issues with the out-of-box build on this. First off, this is a very dark plastic, it's essentially black, so that does mean it marks quite obviously. I used the God Hand to snip this out, it was 2 snips, but you're going to definitely need to do some kind of filing and sanding to make this look perfect. A lot of the gate marks are on super obvious surfaces, so extra attention will have to be given. The other issue is this right here, this massive sheet of stickers to make up for the color inaccuracies. Now, Bandai has shown time and time again that they don't really give a rat's ass about the rider designs. And that isn't just because they're rehashing the parts over and over again. Even parts that have been molded brand new for this kit, they didn't even bother separating into colors, which they totally could have done. We do have multicolored runners in here where we do have the colors on there. For example, we do have a lot of actual red plastic in here that are, well, it's brand new for this kit. But they do leave super critical areas on this kit color inaccurate that's essentially next to inexcusable. For example, those big rabbit ear antennas up on the head, these are brand new for this kit right here, so there is no excuse for making these, well, not color separated. Sure, parts like the shoulders here with the stickers on them, these you can kind of accept because these are reused from the Pale Rider, so they didn't make new parts for this. And some accessories like the knives are literally half made out of sticker. That red right there, that is sticker because they are just solid black out of box. I will also mention a couple of these stickers are options, so I can understand Bandai just using stickers. You can have this kit basically in its normal state or using its version of the Hades system. That makes sense being an option, but all of that sea of red stickers on the other hand, that's not awesome. If you do plan to completely paint your kit, then this is a non-issue entirely, but for an out-of-box build, this is definitely subpar. So now jumping into the accessories, and here's everything that comes inside of the box. Starting off with that steelyard unit for around back, we've got the rail cannon, a pair of daggers, some adapter segments for using with the steelyard, and then on top of that we've got a wire as well as some sticker style decals. When it comes to hands in here, we've got only the standard pair of high grade holding hands, and that is all. Next up in here, we've got a pair of sticker style decals. These are not the greatest as you'd expect with sticker style and black plastic. So yeah, these are the peel and stick style. These are not water slides or rub on. You just stick them on just like so, and these do not look great. We've got a black dog logo for up on the shoulder, and we've got an Earth Federation Space Forces logo for on the chest. Both of these, you can see the outline of the sticker very, very visibly against the black. Next up in here, we've got the Steelyard unit. Now this is in the exact same shades of plastic as the rest of the kit, and this is layered with stickers as well. All you're seeing color-wise up top there, that is stickers. The pink shiny bits on the middle of this little burger, that is sticker 2, and the other side in red, all those parts are stickers. Now you do have the option to use blue stickers instead of the pink ones for having this in its non-Hades or Themis or whatever it is system. Attaching this on just involves the removal of the backpack, just like so. This does have the normal backpack attachment, so you can pop this onto anything that you want, and same goes for popping any backpack onto this guy. The rig that attaches the Steelyard onto its back is exactly the same as what we would have seen multiple times before. With the Pale Rider, it doesn't actually attach onto the backpack, it attaches on underneath, just like so. With this, we also have some optional additional parts which extend the length of these to show them activated. So in order to attach these, just pop off the top of the Steelyards, pop these in to extend the length of the arms round back, and pop the tops of the Steelyard back on. This is what it looks like with them attached, activated, and ready to engage in some electronic warfare. Next up in here, we've got the melee weapons that are the heat daggers. Now, it's an interesting bit of trivia that this particular mobile suit uses no beam weapons because the Steelyard round back uses too much energy. So these are heat based, and I guess that's almost like Xeon weapons. Like I mentioned before, these do come in the box just in one piece of plastic that is black, so these are not color separated into red and black like you'd like them to be, and there is no option for these to be actually, well, heated, which would be an orange or a clear effect. Attaching these is the usual way. You pop off the back of the hand, slap them into the hand like so, and attach them on. And regardless of the issue with color and whatnot, these are still a pretty cool looking pair of daggers. When they're not in use, we've got some little adapter segments which attach onto the side skirting armor, and you can store them right there on the side skirts. So the last weapon that we have in here is this right here, which is the rail cannon, which is just, once again, a couple of pieces of plastic, 4 in total. That's 2 sides, this little segment round back for the vent detailing, and the handle inside of that which can move around. Now, at first it's like, this is a decently designed bazooka-ish weapon right here, until you realize it's meant to look like this. So once again, Bandai skimped on the red, there are no stickers for this either, and Bandai is kind of shown time and time again with the Rider kits, they just really don't give too much of a shit about them. And the last accessory we have in here is that wire. This is for using with the stun anchor, which is this little bit that is attached onto the left arm. So all you do to display this in action is to pop out the little bit, throw the wire into both the little bit and the forearm just like so, and that's what the stun anchor looks like when it is displayed shooting on out. And it holds on perfectly. The wire is well more than capable of holding it up, and it's posable too. So now jumping into the articulation, and first off, a little bit of a comment on the build strength, and this is quite decent. It will flop in classic polycap Gundam build style, and the hands pop off extremely interestingly, easily is what I meant to say once again, due to some, I guess, outdated polycaps. But besides that, you're not going to have much issues. So throwing it into the usual pose to test out what this can pull off, and this is definitely very classic high-grade feeling, and the articulation in general is classic high-grade. You're going to get everything you want though, because essentially the Black Rider, even though it is an experimental unit, is still a clunky old UC design, so that does mean you may not get too much in regard to articulation in the model kit itself, but that is accurate to the actual source material, so I guess not so bad. So yeah, getting into another couple of poses just to test what this can pull off. Once again, it is a very classic high grade. There's not much in the torso for ab crunching towards the front or back without hyperextending the polycap inside of it, but you can still get a little more if you're actually a little bit creative with how you actually move the joints around a little bit. Besides that though, strength-wise it will hold any pose you put it in. You'll get some nice poses out of it, especially if you're just going for some clunky, real robot poses. You'll get what you need. It's not going to do some over-the-top, hyperextended poses, but sometimes with certain robots, that's not necessarily what you're looking for. So anyway, that right there is it for the review, and this is par for the course for a Rider kit. These are not necessarily the greatest out-of-box builds, but then they're not the worst either. They're definitely very classic and heavily reliant on stickers to finish off the color. If you don't mind completely painting the kit yourself, or even just detailing up the parts that are not color accurate, you will end up with an absolutely phenomenal looking kit, because the overall look, the overall proportion, the detail that's sculpted into it, it's all there. So with a little bit of extra work, you'll have yourself a fantastic kit. But to me, this is most definitely a bronze tier kit for a 2022 release. So definitely this one right here is for the collectors and those who don't mind putting that extra bit of effort into the final build. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you want one of your own, link in the description. As always, make sure to come back for more Gunpla reviews, and I'll see you next time. As always, this video and every video would not be possible without each and every one of you guys who watches my videos. And special thanks to those of you who are supporting me over on Patreon and on the channel members, including Caleb Engelhart, Global Frequency Studios, Go Little Rockstar, Gunpla UK Limited, Joe, Kill Me Inc., Lawrence Seahack, RG59061, and Van Fawn.